Hi, this is David Duty with Common Sense Options. This is lesson 39, Between a Rock and a Hard Place, and this is the final video lesson in the Common Sense Options course. As you can see, we're looking at the COCA May 2011 contract, and I've put $20,000 into the trading account over here. And what I'm looking at doing, obviously, is going long this market. As you can see, we've got an ascending triangle. The market down here with MACD and slow stochastics is looking bullish. Slow stochastics has crossed over. MACD is headed back up. So I'm going to get long the market if it breaks above this high here. And I'm going to protect it with the 2,700 put that I'm going to pay $1,100 for. Right? Now bear in mind, we've got a $20,000 account. A 5% risk is all I'm going to take. 5% of that is a $1,000 risk. Beware of COCA though. COCA is extremely volatile. Look at some of these ranges that we've had here. I'll show you how much that is. In a single day, you've got over $2,000, $2,400 move just on that day. And that's not a big day. I mean, COCA is extremely volatile, so be very, very careful when you're trading, or if you do trade COCA, have a larger account or limit your risk. Buy a put or a call or something, that's under 5% of your risk, or 5% of your trading account. Just be careful when you're trading COCA. It's very volatile. All right. Let's play it forward for a day. And as you can see, we got filled, so we're long one from 29.96, and our 2,700 put dropped from $1,100 down to $760 in value. And obviously the reason they did that because the market increased. As you can see, the account subtotal, we're up $440 on this trade. That's obviously what we want. All right, looking good. We're up $620. Now, since we risk $1,000, I'm shooting for a $2,000 profit. I want a 2-to-1 risk-reward ratio. So if this market goes in our favor, we hit $2,000, I'm going to get out of this trade and take a profit. Now, up here, this red line is resistance on this from the past. Actually, I could move it up, but that's the next resistance. And we also have resistance here, but that's the next resistance above where we are. So we're getting close to that. So I'd watch for a possible bounce off that. All right, now we've got a blip pattern. But we're still up $240. Now if that blip holds, we could be in trouble. But slow stochastics is still up. MACD hasn't started stepping down yet. That's just one day against us. Now what we could do is move or put a protective stop in here, at this area. Now if we did, then we're locking in $630. If it comes down, then the value of this would go up maybe, $50 or $200 or whatever it may go up depending on the day. And we could liquidate that. So we might only look at an $800 profit, $900 profit if we did that. And obviously we're looking for a $2,000 profit. So let's stay in this trade for right now. See what happens. It did go against us. Now we're down $40 or down to $40. All right. Now we're between a rock and a hard place. What do? We've got a blip that is confirmed, and the market is turned back down and it's going against us. Well, we could exit the trade and say, hey, we were wrong. Or we could do several different things. We could buy a call, or sell a call, I'm sorry, up in this area. Now, if we did, that would limit the profit that we would make at expiration of the market. You know, if we sold a call up here, it would limit it to 28.50, which is fine because we're looking for 2,000. You know, several different places that we could sell. Which one? Let's look and see what the prices are. There's 3,250, 3,200. 14. Well, all right, I'm going to buy that call. I'm sorry, I'm going to sell that call. And if the market rallies tomorrow, that's fine because the value tomorrow of that option is going to increase in value if the market goes back up. All right. If the market goes against us, we're still going to buy it, and the value of it will go down, which means we're making money on that one, the one that we sold, and we'd make a little bit on the put that we own down here, the one that we bought. So we're kind of protecting ourselves that way. So the account's at $40. Let's see what happens. Now we're down $4.50. This one went up in value, or down in value, which is profits for us. This one, the put that we owned, went up in value, which is profits for us. But what hurt us is obviously that the futures contract that we're long on went against us. So we're down $450, but we're going to risk $1,000 on the trade. All right. This little candlestick here is called a spinning top, and it makes it, or it represents market hesitation. Now you can see that MACD is starting to step back down. Slow stochastics has turned, so I'm getting real concerned about this trade. I'm down 440. Let's see what happens. I'm going to give it another day. All right, the market's going back up. That's a top blip, or bottom blip, I'm sorry. So we're only down 270 now. Now remember, this call that we sold, if the market rallies, it's going to go up in value, but it's not going to increase in value as fast as the futures contract does. But we will start losing money on this put if the market does climb. Let's see, 270. Now market's going back up. We're 140 in the hole, 60 in the hole, 230. It came against us a little bit, 210. Market's going sideways, 150, 190 against it, a $10 profit. The trade's not working real well. But we're in it. Let's stay in it. Now, the $90. All right. Now we're up 180, 170. Not a good day. Minus 50. But that's what I like about options. You can stay in the trades longer, even if you have some wild days, because the prices don't change as quickly. Now we're negative 280 again. Now we're down 630. Another day or two, we're out with a loss. 680, 590. It's coming back here and testing this trend line, support line down here. 460. Now we're only down 250. 160 down, 150 down. We're positive on the trade by $100. The trade just does not seem like it's working very well. Let's draw a trend line here. See what's happening here. It broke through, it didn't close above it. Let's see, we're still up $180 on the trade. I'm staying in it. Now we're up 400. It did close above that. I'm looking next to see if it breaks this area here. which is the resistance on this bar. Let's play it forward. We're up 400. We're up 700. Now then, it's almost at our strike price of the call that we sold. Now, keep in mind that once it gets past there, you might think that it's going to increase in value at the same dollar amount that the futures contract does. In other words, if the futures contract increases $300 one day in value, you might think that that call is also going to increase in value $300. That is not necessarily the case at all. It could, but remember that options have to be very, very deep in the money for them to increase in value at the same rate that the futures contract does. And remember, we've got a put down here that if it does come back, now we could liquidate this put and put in a futures stop, but I'm not going to do that. If it comes down against us, we're going to be making money on this call. All right, it's hit some resistance. We're up 630 on the trade. All right, big day. Broke through the past resistance, and we're up $950 on that trade. At this point, several different things that you could do. You could just stay in the trade. You could liquidate this put down here, buy it back, or sell it rather. Get out of that option, and you could put in a futures contract, lock in some profits. But I'm not going to. I'm going to stay in the trade as is. Now we're up $1,000 on that trade. I am going to do that now. I'm going to protect some of the profits that we've got on this by putting in a futures order to sell one down in here. So we're going to be locking in this much profit. Now remember, if the market does come down and stops us out, that this call is going to decrease in value when it does, which is a profit for us. And the put that we bought down here is also going to increase a little bit. So let's play it forward and see what happens here. We're at $1,000, $1,100 profit, $1,150. Came down a little bit, $970. Let's see if it comes down and hits this resistance from the past down here and see if that becomes support. We're up 1,200. 1130, 1240, 1260. Volatile market. All right. We're still up $920. $1,450. Now we could protect some more of those profits. We can move the stop back up here. Several different things that we could do. Let's see what happens tomorrow. All right, let's do this. Let's move this up and protect a little bit more of the profits. All right, we're up 1450, 1460, 16, 15. We're up 1650. We're up 1640, 1720. I'm getting out at $2,000 in profit if we hit it. All right, we're up 1890. I'm going to move this. 1870, 1990. I'm not going to be a pig here. I'm going to lock in this much profits. If it comes back against us, I'm getting out of everything if it comes against us. There's our $2,000 in profit. I'm done. I'm out of that trade. All right. So that's what I would do on that contract. Notice when we got in trouble a little bit earlier and it started going against us, what did we do? We sold a call. And as our futures contract increased in value, the call that we sold also increased in value, but not at the same rate. So we picked up some profits on that. We protected with a put, and it looks like that trade, is exactly what we wanted to do. So we're out of that trade. I would just get out of the futures contracts. I would cancel that. I would, buy back the futures contract, and I'm done. Several different ways you could do it. You could just get out, or you could use such a tight stop that if it moved against you at all, that you're going to be out. Well, now we're up 2080. We could just keep trailing that stop up, just below here. There we are. We're out with 2190. See what I'm talking about in Coca? How volatile that is. That's how come if we, once you get to that profit target, just lock it all in. All right. So let's get out of all the trades. Remember that you're long a call, so you're going to have to buy that one back, or you sold a call. So you long that call, and you've purchased the put down here. You've got to liquidate that as well, offset that. So anyway, that's how I would have traded that contract. I hope you learned a little bit on this lesson. When you do get into a tough spot where you're in a position to lose some money, or you're starting to lose money, always just sit and think for a little bit what you could do with some strategies, using some options or spreads, all kinds of stuff that you could do. But think about it. Plan, each one of those scenarios and what would happen. You can use the options tool that Track and Trade has to look at the different scenarios. But anyway, this is like I said, the final video lesson in the options course. Now I will probably end up doing some additional lessons as we go along, and post those as well. But something very exciting that we're going to be doing, we're already in the process of doing, it's almost ready to launch right now, is the David Duty e-learning center, where all my course material is going to be online and an e-learning environment. The commodities course will be there with all the videos. The futures course will be there, or the options course will be there with all the videos. There'll be other courses that will be up there. I'm not telling you what those are yet, but we're working on those. We're going to have an all-new student forum. So all kinds of things that are going on. By the time you see this video, a lot of that will be ready to go, and I'll, of course, let you know as soon as it is. All right, take care. Have a good day.